If I told you that what predicts your health and happiness after 60 isn't how many family members live nearby, but 6 specific pillars you can build yourself, would you believe me? In recent years, large, careful studies have shown that people who intentionally strengthen these 6 pillars live longer, feel better, and even look biologically younger on lab measures. We're talking calmer inflammation, sharper thinking, and, most surprising of all, signs of ongoing brain plasticity well past middle age. And the single most powerful pillar seems to do something scientists once thought was off limits after 30. It encourages the brain to remodel itself, growing new connections that support memory, focus, and resilience. Today, I'll walk you through each pillar, what it is, how it works, and how to build it, step by doable step. I'll also share tiny daily practices that stack into huge gains. One more thing, I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be consistent. Because the people who thrive don't do everything. They keep doing the right few things. Ready to see which pillar matters most and how to start strengthening yours before the day is done? Let's begin with a foundation that quietly supports everything else. Emotional resilience. This isn't just staying positive. It's training your brain to handle stress without setting off alarms in your body. When we practice adaptive emotional regulation, the circuits that evaluate threats calm down, and the ones that plan and problem solve take the wheel. That means fewer spirals, steadier choices, and more energy left over for what you love. 2 tools I teach often: cognitive reframing and emotional granularity. Reframing sounds simple, but done daily, it's transformative. When something hard happens, deliberately generate 3 alternative stories that could also be true. A lesson, a boundary you can set, a way to proceed. Do it consistently, and your brain starts offering options automatically. Emotional granularity means naming exactly what you feel: frustrated, slighted, wistful, keyed up, instead of bad. The more precise your vocabulary, the better your brain is at processing emotions without flooding your system. Want a quick pattern interrupt? Try the 10 and 2 pause. Inhale for 10, name 2 emotions accurately, then decide the next smallest helpful action. Watch how the temperature drops. There's another practice I'd like you to test for a week: temporal distancing. When a situation rattles you, mentally step 5 years into the future and look back at this moment. Ask, what would future me say I handled well? What will likely matter, and what won't? This simple shift shrinks emotional intensity and improves decision quality. Add micro boundaries to protect your energy. A 2-sentence limit for recurring complaints, a no phones after 9 rule, or a think, then reply tomorrow delay for heated messages. These tiny boundaries are not selfish. They are scaffolding for your nervous system. And please don't underestimate body-to-brain strategies. A slow exhale that's longer than your inhale, 5 minutes of sunlight, a 5-minute walk, or a quick hand-on-heart breath resets your physiology so your mind can follow. The goal isn't never feeling stressed. It's feeling stress and staying in the driver's seat. Keep a simple log for 2 weeks. Trigger, feeling words, reframe, smallest next step. You'll start to see patterns. And when you can predict a pattern, you can shape it. Now let's move to the pillar most people think they already understand, but often approach the wrong way: physical health. Past 60, it's not just about steps and salads. It's about building physiological reserve, backup capacity in your muscles, heart, lungs, and mitochondria, so you can absorb life's bumps and bounce back faster. Imagine 2 people catching the same cold. The one with higher reserve recovers sooner and keeps independence longer. The fastest lever here? Muscle. Muscle is metabolically active tissue that influences blood sugar, inflammation, bone density, and even brain signaling through messenger molecules your muscles release when you use them. You don't need to bodybuild. You do need to challenge your muscles regularly and progressively. Pick 4 movements that hit most of your body, Sit to stand squats from a chair, wall push-ups, a rowing motion with bands, and a loaded carry with small weights. Do 2-3 sets twice a week, resting between. Every 2 weeks, nudge the difficulty. One more rep, a slightly slower tempo, a thicker band. Progression is the spark. Without it, you maintain. With it, you grow. Cardiovascular health matters, but you don't need long, punishing sessions that leave you aching. Think exercise snacks. Short bursts sprinkled through the day. 2 minutes up and down the stairs. 20 marching in place steps every hour. 10 brisk minutes before lunch. These small doses add up, improve endurance, and are easier to stick with. If your clinician says it's appropriate, time your meals within a consistent daytime window to support metabolic flexibility, your body's ability to switch fuel sources smoothly. Many people feel steadier energy when they avoid late-night eating and anchor meals earlier. Hydrate, prioritize protein at each meal to support muscle, and color your plate with vegetables for fiber and micronutrients. If you're returning from a setback or injury, lean into minimum effective dose thinking. Start with half of what you think you can do. Nail the routine, then add. Remember, reserve grows in recovery too. Sleep, stress management, and gentle mobility keep the gains you earn. One last tip that changes everything. Track something simple you can celebrate. Consistency, not perfection. A check mark is powerful medicine. Let's turn those ideas into a week-on, week-off rhythm you can live with. Week 1, pick 2 strength days and 1 longer, easy walk day. Keep it bite-sized, 10 to 15 minutes of strength, and a walk that leaves you breathing a little faster, but still able to talk. Week 2, repeat and add a tiny progression, 1 extra repetition per set, or a slightly heavier grocery bag for your carries. Sprinkle in mobility during TV time, ankle circles, shoulder rolls, gentle spinal twists. Put a water bottle where you tend to sit, and take a sip each commercial break or chapter. If mornings are stiff, try movement before coffee. 2 minutes of slow knee lifts, 2 minutes of heel-toe rocking, 2 minutes of neck and shoulder loosening. That 6-minute investment pays you back all day. And because pain can derail momentum, have an A plan and a B plan ready. A plan, usual workout. B plan, chair exercises and a slow neighborhood loop. You're never off the plan. You're choosing the right version. That mindset alone prevents the all-or-nothing trap that steals progress. The most important step is the next one you can take today. Now for a pillar that almost no one enjoys talking about, but everyone feels: financial health. It's hard to be calm, active, and connected if money anxiety is nibbling at your mind every hour. Financial resilience isn't only about the size of your savings. It's about how ready your system is for bumps, shifts, and what-ifs. 3 levers do the heavy lifting. First, diversify your inflows. That could mean a combination of retirement benefits, a modest part-time role you enjoy, a small online venture, or income from a skill you already have. Tutoring, consulting, mending, caregiving, or creative work. Multiple small streams feel steadier than one big one, because they are. Second, practice spending smoothing. Instead of drastic cuts when markets wobble, adjust by a little each year and revisit quarterly. Small, predictable changes are easier on your well-being and easier to stick with. Third, accelerate your financial literacy. 15 minutes a day for a season can change a decade. Learn the basics of benefits, taxes in retirement, withdrawal order, and the telltale signs of fraud. A little knowledge multiplies your options, and options lower stress. Let's make that practical. Draft a spending hierarchy based on well-being, not just bills. Essentials first: housing, food, healthcare, transportation. Next, life-giving experiences and relationships. Visits, classes, hobbies, memberships that keep you engaged. Place upgrades and stuff later. When decisions are hard, ask, will this purchase buy me time, health, connection, or purpose? If yes, It deserves a closer look. Build an emergency buffer for health surprises. Even a modest dedicated fund can soften the edge of a tough week. Create a rapid response money routine you run monthly. Verify deposits, scan for unusual charges, pay yourself first into your buffer, and schedule one micro task to improve your setup. Updating beneficiaries, automating a bill, or freezing your credit if you're not seeking new loans. Safeguard yourself with a fraud plan. Never rush, independently verify, and consult a trusted person before sending money. Keep key documents organized and tell one person you trust where they are. You don't have to become a finance expert. You do need a simple system you'll actually use. Calm Finance supports Calm Health, and Calm Health supports everything else. If you're finding this useful, take a moment to subscribe to Senior Vitality Pro and tell me your age or where you're watching from in the comments. I read them and shape future topics around what you need most. Now, the pillar that many assume is fully about family, but the evidence says something more nuanced: your social circle. Family can be a deep blessing, and it's not the whole story. What predicts thriving is the quality and diversity of your social convoy, the group of people who move through life with you. 3 kinds of ties form a resilient convoy. First, intimate companions. 1 to 3 people you can call at 3 a.m. who tell you the truth and show up anyway. They lower stress chemistry and offer safety you can feel. Second, sympathetic others. 5 to 15 people who share your interests, your quilting group, hiking buddies, choir, faith circle, language class, or volunteer team. They bring routine joy and belonging. Third, peripheral ties. The friendly cashier who knows your name, the neighbor with the terrier, the librarian who recommends mysteries. These weak ties keep your brain engaged and your world textured. All 3 types matter. After 60, we often lose ties naturally unless we renew them intentionally. That's the art. Make it easier for connection to happen again and again. Here's how to build or rebuild that convoy without making it a full-time job. Choose 2 recurring group activities that meet weekly or twice monthly and involve doing something together, not just chatting. Skill plus repetition equals friendships. Aim to be the person who arrives a bit early and stays 5 minutes after. Use tiny vulnerability to accelerate trust. Each week, share one small personal detail, a minor win, a micro struggle, a book you loved, and why. It's the steady drip that deepens bonds. Keep a simple outreach rhythm. 3 pings per week to check on someone, celebrate a milestone, or invite a walk. Rotate who you reach out to so your network stays wide and warm. For those far away, prefer video calls over endless texting. Seeing faces activates connection circuits your brain craves. If social media leaves you lonelier, swap scrolling for scheduled chats or private groups focused on a shared interest. And give yourself a grace rule. If an event drains you twice in a row, try a different one. This is not about forcing connection. It's about building an ecology where it grows. Try this 7-day social tune-up. Day 1, list your current convoy by type: intimate, sympathetic, peripheral, and notice what's missing. Day 2, join or sample one group that meets regularly. Library clubs and community centers are underrated treasures. Day 3, message someone you like but haven't seen recently and propose a 20-minute coffee or walk with 2 time options. Day 4, become a regular somewhere. Same cafe, same hour, same friendly hello. Peripheral ties sprout when we are predictably present. Day 5, learn one name you didn't know yesterday and use it kindly. Day 6, host a micro gathering, tea on your porch, a puzzle hour, a 5-song playlist swap. Keep it short, specific, and no cleanup required. Day 7, reflect on what gave you energy and what didn't. Then tweak next week's plan. Connection is cumulative. It's okay if some seeds don't sprout. Keep planting. The brain rewards face-to-face engagement with calmer mood, steadier sleep, and sharper recall. You'll feel the difference, often faster than you expect. Let's move to a pillar that switches on motivation, immunity, and cognition like a master dimmer. Purpose. After 60, purpose tends to become more generative. It's less about status and more about contribution, legacy, and meaning. People in longevity hotspots often have a clear reason to get up in the morning that's bigger than themselves, and their routines protect time for it. Purpose doesn't have to be grand to be powerful. It can be tutoring a child in your building, tending a community garden, recording your family history, or mentoring someone who's where you were 30 years ago. The key is that it matters to you and benefits someone beyond you. Purpose changes behavior effortlessly. When you care deeply, you move more, connect more, and stick with challenges longer. Your brain responds with growth factors that support learning and memory. Mood steadies, sleep deepens. And here's the beautiful part. Purpose can be discovered and refined at any age. In fact, later life is often when the ingredients finally come together: skills, perspective, and the freedom to choose differently. If you're unsure where to begin, try the 3-circle scan. Circle 1. What you're good at. Skills, knowledge, and ways of being people already appreciate in you. Circle 2. What the world around you needs. Gaps you notice, problems that tug your sleeve, communities you care about. Circle 3. What brings you joy. Activities that make time vanish and leave you feeling fuller, not drained. Where the circles overlap, you'll find fertile ground for purpose. Test 3 small experiments over the next month. 1 helping role, 1 teaching or mentoring role, and 1 creative or building role. Keep a simple energy audit. After each, jot plus or and 1 sentence about why. Follow the pluses and disregard guilt about the minuses. Purpose is personal. Add purpose rituals that make it real each day. A 1-sentence intention in the morning. Today I will advance my purpose by calling Maria about the garden plot. And a 2-minute evening note on what you moved forward. These tiny rituals keep meaning at the center of your day without feeling heavy. Purpose pairs beautifully with community. Consider finding purpose partners. 1 or 2 people who share your aim or cheer you on. A brief weekly check-in keeps momentum without pressure. If mobility or caregiving makes leaving home hard, purpose can still thrive. You might read aloud by phone to someone who can't see, help a local organization with spreadsheets, sew for a neonatal unit, or record oral histories via video calls. Not every form of volunteering will light you up. That's okay. The research is clear. Alignment matters more than hours. When an activity matches your values and strengths, you will feel it in your body. Tension down, curiosity up. Expect your purpose to evolve. What fit at 60 may shift at 70 and 80. Schedule a purpose review twice a year. What's still alive, what wants to be retired, and what new seed is ready to plant. When you keep purpose current, you keep your brain current too. It's a quiet, ongoing upgrade that you can sense in your mood, your relationships, and your willingness to try new things. Now we arrive at the pillar that most reliably separates those who thrive from those who merely cope: adaptability. Think of adaptability as cognitive and emotional agility, the ability to shift strategies, try alternatives, and respond to change without getting stuck in frustration or fear. This is not personality, it's trainable skill. When you practice adaptability, you teach your brain to loosen its grip on one right way and explore multiple paths. That exploration strengthens the very circuits involved in learning and memory. Here's the core habit. Build a repertoire of responses for common obstacles. If your knees protest your morning walk, your repertoire might include a later walk when you're warmed up, a pool session, a chair workout, or a stationary bike. The win is not forcing Plan A. It's confidently switching to Plan B, C, or D. Every successful switch is a rep for your brain. Over time, those reps add up to a mind that meets change with curiosity instead of collapse. And a curious mind is a resilient mind. Let's make adaptability extremely practical with 3 weekly practices. First, novel challenge seeking. Choose one meaningful activity that's truly new each week, not just a variation. A different route to a familiar place won't stretch you like taking a beginner's pottery class, learning the basics of a new app, or practicing a song on an unfamiliar instrument. Novelty wakes up your brain. Keep the bar low. 20-60 minutes is plenty. Second, perspective flexibility. Once a day, pick a topic you care about and spend 5 minutes arguing the opposite position kindly and intelligently. You're not betraying your values, you're increasing mental range. Third, emotional adaptability. Use the acceptance and commitment sequence. Name the feeling without judgment. Accept that it's here. Choose one action aligned with your values and take it. That could be making the phone call, preparing the healthy snack, or getting outside for 5 minutes. Add if-then planning to reduce friction. If it rains at my walk time, then I'll do my stairs and stretches routine. Pre-deciding keeps momentum alive when life shows up uninvited. Another high-yield framework is selective optimization with compensation. Translate that mouthful into double down on what still works, prune what doesn't, and add smart workarounds where needed. If standing long makes your back ache but you love cooking, prep seated. If your vision tires in the evening, schedule reading in morning light and audiobooks after dinner. If driving at night is stressful, plan daytime outings and use ride shares for occasional evening events. Every adaptation preserves the heart of what you love while reducing unnecessary strain. Build in review moments. Once per month, ask, what routine felt clunky, what got skipped, and what would make it easier? Maybe you lay out your bands the night before, place your walking shoes by the door, or set a recurring calendar nudge for social outreach. Systems carry you when motivation dips, and please celebrate every workaround. That celebration rewires your brain to see flexibility as strength, not loss. It's astonishing how quickly a few smart adaptations change your daily experience. Notice how these 6 pillars interlock. Emotional resilience helps you keep your cool when plans change so you can adapt rather than quit. Physical reserve gives you the energy to reach out to friends and pursue your purpose. Financial steadiness quiets background stress and frees attention for health and joy. A diverse social convoy buffers your mood, supports your routines, and opens doors to purpose. Purpose organizes your day and pulls you forward when willpower fades. Adaptability keeps everything moving, even when life throws curveballs. That's the synergy that shows up in studies again and again. The combined effect is greater than the sum of parts. You don't have to perfect any one pillar. You do want all 6 present, even if some are small at first. Think of your pillars like a garden. You water each bed regularly, weed a little, and over time the whole space becomes resilient to weather. When one plant struggles, the others fill in while you tend to it. That's a life that doesn't crumble when one area hits a rough patch. So where should you start this week? Choose one tiny action in each pillar. Yes, all 6, but tiny. Emotional resilience. Write down the exact emotion you feel at lunch and reframe the situation in 3 ways. Physical reserve, 2 sets of chair stands today. Financial steadiness. Check recent transactions and put $10 in your health buffer. Social convoy. Text one person to schedule a short call. Purpose. Write a 1-sentence intention for tomorrow morning. Adaptability. Create one if-then plan for your exercise. That's it. 6 stones in the path. Next week, nudge each one forward by a centimeter. Add a rep, add a name, add a dollar, add a minute. Progress compounds so quietly, you might miss it. Don't. Keep a visible tracker, squares to fill, beads in a jar, a simple calendar. Your future self will look back at this exact month as the hinge. And if you wander off the path, welcome to being human. Come back. The path is still here. It always will be. If you've ever felt behind, please hear this. You are not late. Your brain continues to respond to challenge and care. Your muscles respond to stimulus. Your heart and lungs respond to practice. Your finances respond to systems. Your relationships respond to attention. Your purpose responds to your willingness to try. Start right where you are, with what you have, and commit to consistency over intensity. Build a repertoire of responses for rough days. Let your routines be boring, in the best way, so your life can be vivid. The data we have paints an encouraging picture. People who nurture these 6 pillars report higher satisfaction, handle setbacks more gracefully, and maintain independence longer. Not because life is easier for them, but because they have built supports that carry weight when it's heavy. This is the deeper promise. You can become the kind of person who trusts your own system. That trust is freedom, and freedom feels like vitality. As we close, I want to circle back to that surprising claim from the beginning. While family love matters deeply, what predicts your day-to-day well-being most reliably are the supports you can build yourself. Emotional skills, physical reserve, financial steadiness, layered relationships, a living purpose, and a mind that flexes. Build them, and the numbers tend to follow. Calmer blood pressure, steadier blood sugar, better sleep, easier movement, brighter mood. You'll feel it in small ways first. Standing up without effort, remembering a name, enjoying your walk more than you did last month, making it through a sticky morning without snapping. Those are signs of a system coming back online. Keep going. Tighten what's loose, loosen what's rigid, and celebrate what's alive. You are writing the next chapter of your health with choices that fit in the cracks of your day. And those choices, repeated, become a structure you can lean on. Let's build it. 1 action per pillar, this week, and then again next week. Your future self is already grateful.